things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, don't disturb me, cha cha cha. I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I did before. Make nobody stress me, don't disturb me, cha cha cha. Let me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, what's up, guys? Good morning, guys. This is Maskash from Vision Traders Network. Trust our weekend was great. So, you're all welcome to this week's trade review, this week's trade outlook. Okay, so we'll start with the binary. With the binary, guys, let's talk about synthetic indices. Okay, all right. So, quick one. This is volatility 10-1x. That's VIX 10-1 seconds. Okay, so let's quickly do this. We saw a break of structure at this region. See, this is a break of structure at this region, BOS at this region. Okay, so a BOS there, a BOS. Okay, that's break of structure at that region. A break of structure at this region here. Okay, we saw that there was a sweep here. It's a sweep here. Yeah, there was a liquidity sweep at this region, at those highs, right? There's a sweep at those highs, right? Okay, if it's not clear, you can just switch to line chart to see that clearly. Okay, we can see that clearly, right? That there was actually a sweep there at the highs there. Okay, go back to line chart. Let's go to line chart to candles. All right, so definitely we've seen a sweep here and also a break of structure to the downside. Okay, so now what do? We simply wait for redistribution at this region. So definitely we'll be looking at this. We'll be looking at this for our redistribution at this region, redistribution at this region. So we want market to come all the way to this region and what give us that push to the downside. So definitely this is what we're looking at, guys. Okay. Sorry. Okay, want to see market rally all the way to this point here, and what give us that down push. Our first TP will be around this region, and we'll be looking at these lows here for our final TP. Okay, so that's that for VIX 10. So guys, let's watch out for a smaller time frame break of structure at this region for VIX 10x. Then we'll take it all the way to the downside. When it gets to this point, our stop loss will be above this region, and we'll sell down massively to the downside. Let's keep an eye, farms. Let's keep an eye on that. Okay, let's move to one more. Let's check one more asset on synthetic indices. VIX 75. Okay, VIX 75. Okay, we're hearing people saying VIX 75, VIX 75. Let's check VIX 75. Okay, VIX 75. Let's go to daily. Let's see what daily is doing. Okay, all right. I think already I'm seeing a nice move. We can see that the trend here is still a sell trend. Trend is a sell trend. Okay, so what I'm looking at, guys, is we should see at this region here, we've seen that there was an imbalance here, and price has definitely filled that imbalance. So now, I think this is a great trade idea. Now, what you're looking out for, it's we've seen market created a low here, lower high here, lower low here. So now I'm looking at this imbalance fill, and definitely this guy has filled this imbalance already at this region. So now we can look out for a break of structure at this region. Okay, having our stop loss here, and TP down here. That's the first TP. That's like 1 to 2.8. That's his to reward ratio. So definitely let's look out for a break of structure at on a smaller time frame on this region now to take this B75 sell to this downside. I think that's like an executable trade right now. So guys, I think that's that for synthetic indices. Let's move to currencies. Or before, okay. So let's move to currencies, guys. think that the two of them is okay for now. I think the two is okay for now, guys. Let's like I always say, we don't need so many assets to be profitable. One or two assets is okay for you. Just get it, get the zone, hit it hard for the week, and you are done for the week. Okay. So moving to currencies now. Moving to currencies now. Okay, US 30. Remember, I've been on this guy since last week. I've been making this guy up, down, buy, sell, buy, sell. Now look at this guy. You see, um, already I already got 1 to 2 from here. This is US 30. That's the Dow Jones average, and we see here I have why I took this trade was here. I saw a break of structure on 5 minutes at this region. So break of structure here to the downside, and you see market came back, filled this imbalance, and gave us that nice push to the downside, right? And also now you see why I didn't get into this trade at this first point. Like I will teaching my mentees, there is what we call the banker block, the banker blocks. Okay, there's mitigation. The banker blocks happens after a mitigation. Now, now, um, you would hardly see a banker block failing. Mitigations do fail sometimes, but you hardly see that banker blocks playing the banker blocks failing. You see here, I saw it move to the downside. It created a new low, right? Create a new lower low, right? After this lower high. Now I waited for the banker block, and this was the banker block here. So this guy came all the way again to tap, fill this imbalance here, tap nicely into that smart money cube, and gave me a new low, right? So at this point, I took major profit from this point at this region because it gives me 1 to 2 here. It's to reward ratio of 1 to 2 to this region. And now, although overall profit should be here, but I have already broken even on this guy. After I took profit, I took partials, I broke even on this guy. Okay, so I was risking 32 points, and it gave me 64 points already. So I'm okay. I'm okay by that. I'm okay by that. So now let's look at other pairs here. As you can see, these are the major. I already trade major pairs here. Just major pairs, please. I'm not in the mood for uh, slow pace. Okay, so last week we saw DXY, we saw the NFP. Although we were expecting a whipsaw movement on the DXY, but we couldn't get that whipsaw movement on DXY. So definitely, this is US dollar index. That's the currency index of US dollar. Okay, like remember last week, guys. Remember in my last trade I did last week, I marked this out. Go back to my last week video. I told you guys that when this guy comes to this region here, we should what? Watch out for what? Potential area for what? Reaccumulation. And you see, it did just that. You see, it came to this point here, it rejected massively. You see that sweet rejection to the upside, right? And remember, I also told you guys that when it gets up, when it comes up after reaccumulation from here, because we've already seen the break of structure to the downside here, it's going to play what? The 50% of this move here to the downside. And look at how marvelous this look at this. It's just awesome. Now, came to this point, rejected to the downside. Now, I'm still expecting more push. I'm expecting more push to the downside. I'm expecting more push to the downside, probably to this region here. Okay, so we should see the dollar index weakening by this week. We should see the strength, should see a very low strength this week. Okay, so that's that for DXY. Okay, so we should see a downward push more on the DXY. So now, looking at, if you remember our currency correlations, that whenever DXY is selling, we should see our GU, EU, AU, NU pairs giving us bullish movement. So that's the reason why we'll be seeing those bullish movements on EU, GU, NU, and AU, right? Because of the weakness on what the DXY. So definitely, guys, this guy should what give us the downward push. So if this guy is giving us a downward push, we should be looking for what buy entries on Euro USD and what GBP USD. Okay, so like okay, and although currently this guy already hits my take profit. Yeah, on my take profit. Yeah, I was buying this guy. I was buying this guy. Last week we were on this guy. This guy came. it played us, but gave us just 1 to 3 and reversed back to hit our break even. Okay, so let's go to 1 hour time frame on Euro USD. And remember last week, the Euro USD and GPUSD gave us negative correlations because this should be correlating positively, but they give us negative correlation. Okay, already we were on this trade. I was on this trade, and it almost hit my stop loss though. It almost hit my stop loss, but it didn't. It just went all the way up and what hits my take profit. So now we are looking for what? Just major. We are looking for buys. We're looking for what? Buys on this Euro USD. If DXY is going to give us a push to the downside, so definitely should be looking for buys at on what? EU, GU, and the rest. Okay, so I'll just do for that. I'll just be giving that of EU for now. Looking at EU, we've seen a break of structure to the upside at this region. We've seen that okay, market give us at this region. We've seen BOS at this region, BOS at this region, and we are looking at price coming all the way back towards play 50% of this move here. So guys, what I'm looking at, and it's perfectly aligned with the feel of an imbalance. There's a tiny imbalance here. Sorry, look at there's a tiny imbalance at this region. Let's make that right. There's a tiny imbalance at this region, and it aligns with what the 50% of the move I'm what looking to play. Look at this, guys. There's also a bull cross there. Look at that imbalance. It's tiny, right? You need some eye, you need eagle eyes to spot such. Okay, you see that's the imbalance there, and it aligns perfectly with what? With the 50% of this move here that cleared this liquidity, cleared the internal liquidity at that region. There's an internal liquidity there. Okay, so guys, I'm looking at this area for potential area for what? Reaccumulation on what? Euro USD. Okay, all right, so this whole area here is what? My potential area for what? For buys. Okay, so I'm looking for price to rally down to this region, right, and give me that upward push for what? My EU. Okay, guys, that's all for this week. So let's just watch out for let's watch out for. Okay, so that's that for the weekly outlook. So guys, let's look at these trades and let's take this trade and let's make this trade as we always do, guys. I'll just make this trade. Okay, I'll be dropping some of these signals on my free channel when they get to area of interest. Okay, guys. So like I said, we use the brokers we use. We have good brokers there that offer good spreads because we've seen guys not activated because of what? Large spread being offered by some brokers. But the best broker out there that gives good spreads is what? The hot forex. When you register for their zero spread account, in fact, on some of the assets, on some of the pairs, they are just zero spreads or probably just 1 pip spread, and that's all. And the good thing about hot forex is they give 30%, 30% deposit bonus. That's whooping amount of money. 30% deposit bonus, and they also give you your return of your free margin. If probably for those guys that will be trading recklessly, I don't know, but with us, you definitely won't have free margin call or the rest. So guys, register with Hot Forex. The link to register with Hot Forex is on this video's description link. So register with Hot Forex. And for those of us that don't have an account with Binary, that's the DERIV for synthetic indices. The link is also on the description box. So guys, please like this video, subscribe to this video, so that whenever we drop our weekly outlook, you get you always get notified, guys. Okay, and like I said, the free boot camp, get ready guys for the free boot camp. It's coming up very very soon. I mean very very soon. So guys, let's keep our fingers crossed and let's wait for everything for the free boot camp, guys. Okay, so that'll be all for this week. Do have a profitable week, guys. Enjoy the rest of the week, guys. Thank you.
You got me going low, low, low. Oh, when I'm with you, oh no, no. I misbehave, I call low. Oh, this is crazy. But then if you need me now, tell me now, 'cause